Hey, guess who? Don't I look crazy? I just wanted to show you this because, you know why? Memes are so old. Look, this is my friend made me this when I was at school. And I still have it because I don't look after my stuff. That was from Mandy. Let's read what it says inside. How about that for a thing? To Sammy, happy 18th birthday. Have a nice day. Love, Mandy. I know. We used to make each other cards all the time. And we did it in this style on purpose. This was our style. But I found that in a box of things I had in my chest down there. That's luggage. I found his feet. I've got to put them on later on. Luggage from you know what? Terry Pratchett. Here's some of my original Terry Pratchett books from you know when. My son was going the other day about like witchcraft taking a resurgence, and like a bit because I bought tarot for the grandchild, and he goes, "Do you still have my wand?" It's like, no, his friend bought him a wand. I forgot who bought it for him when he was still at high school. It was made from bogwood. It was so cool, and I used to wear it in my hair as a you know what, when I had long hair. I used to have long hair, and pin it like you have them Chinese sticks in. I forgot what they're called. I used to wear a wand in my hair, and sometimes these drumsticks. I've got some up there. I also use these wands. There's free of wands, free of swords. And my raven picture, look. I was just thinking about moving this all out. I'm just going to have a tidy up. This is I painted this before. I just thought it was tucked away behind all my clothes where I can't see it. That's about it, really. Look, some more crystals in an old Vitalite pot. I should probably put them somewhere better. Are they crystals or it's wax? I know it's just clumps of wax. I don't really know. I know it's just wax parading as crystals. God, I hate tidying up so much. So much. There's my look, tucked on the shelf. My little... procrastinating, I know. I've got all this tidying to do. Talk about Terry Pratchett books again. Which ones have I got here? There's another one there. I was trying to get my son to read them the other day. Well, no. He said he tried to read one before and he couldn't get into it. I think it's the first one. I said sometimes it's a bit like that. It's like Colour of Magic, the first one. Or the second. I've forgotten. I bought some of them again to read through a few years ago. I wrote that on my mum's card as a reminder about that she wanted to play Nanny Ogg, because she always used to call herself Nanny Ogg. Crystal Charlie's. I wrote on my daughter's card. I'm trying to tell you to go to Crystal Charlie's. I don't actually have a first idea what I'm on about, but she's forgotten our old talk, our old language. You know what Crystal Charlie is, don't you? Do you know what Crystal Charlie is? God, I hate this. And hey, there's another vape. Just turned up. That's free vapes now. I've got my spider vivarium. I was thinking after I squashed those spiders and shoved them down the toilet the other day, what I should have done is got a piece of glass and put them in there. That was the intention originally, to set it up as a spider hostel. That would be fun for me. The dog's got this thing on her leg, I've just noticed. Ace of Swords from last night. I don't know how she's managed to do that. She's one of those dogs that manages to damage herself just by breathing. I've never felt that before.
I don't know what, a spider knifed her in the night, but it's possible. It was my fish ring the other night when she was jumping around. I can't think how else she would have done it. So I'll whack some honey on that. She just showed me her fleas all crawling around, so I'm going to have to get a comb on her. It's not looking too bad. I just rubbed her last night with that bicarbon sand. She's having a, what do you call it, like a rest period from the oils. Oh god, there's hundreds of fleas. Well, a good excuse to comb them off. I gave last night, there was not one damn thing on her. She must have picked them off something else. The skin's not too bad though. Considering, all things considered. All things considered, you're hosting a flea list. What do you mean? Where do they come from? Outside. And fleas. It's the weather, isn't it? I deflea all the garden as well. It's such a long effort. They're probably all. Why are they? Is it because of the? What do you mean? Yes, the damp and humid. What other cool stuff have I got? Nothing really. Why did I say buy some chalk? You know why? So she can go drawing on the floor, doing her circles and stars on the floor. You just do it with toothpaste. Do it with anything really. Anything you want. It's traditional to do it with chalk. Just do it with. I always do that with my head. Do a circle around your head. Circle protection. Be fine. Just this. And take them off. Off you go. Trick from old wizard. I put it up there so she can watch over the proceedings. Where shall we put her? Should we put her in a frame? That'd be nice. Look, let's do it like this. It'd be cute. Don't you think? I think so. I'm going to do it now, except I haven't got any blue tack. Ooh, a peg. Pamela Colton Smith. The leader of the tarot. She's the leader. She's the leader for today. There we go. She'll be happy to be in a frame, won't she? She'll probably work even harder for us now. Maybe she doesn't want to be framed. Of course she does. Crumbs. Old crumbs. Old crummy bones. Guess who? Me. And guess who cut the picture up? My daughter. And she was practicing with scissors. It's me with my toy frog when I was a child. And he was called, guess what he was called? Granoodle. My mother named him. I love the fact I'm wearing that pink hat of, what's it called? Enlightenment. Even at that age. In a blue jumper. I look so smart. We need to stop showing off. Stop showing off. We were all babies once, you know. I'm going to put her up there with old you know who. There we go.
This is my pencil sharpener, my best one. This is the one I got as an award. It's true. That's all yes about being a pencil sharpener. Cream. What else have I got? I've got this round stone with holes in it. They've all come. Pop holes have come in it. This is the roundest stone I ever fought. Where the pop holes have come from? They weren't in it before. It's even more like the moon now. Hit by craters. I am the moon. Stand this elephant on it. It's funny. It's like he's doing a balancing at the circus thing. My thing's falling down now. What had to go on the floor? What was on the floor? I'll put it back up here next to the dog. I found this dog before. This bullseye. He used to be in the fish tank with Blair. You died before. Turns into a bird. Maybe it's true. Who's that shouting? Sounds like a jay. I don't think it is though. Is it a jackdaw? It's a jackdaw, isn't it? It's a jackdaw! Just flown down the road. Old Jack Sparrow. Been going that way. Sully was back this morning, so he was with a girl. Oh my god, look. There's a crow over there on a post. Hey, look at you. That's a fine thing to have. Look, look. I'll have to get my thing back out. I had, did you see him? Up on the roof over there. He was on that post over there. He's getting friendly. I had, the other year, a feeding tray out the window. I was trying to get a magpie to land on it and come in my window. That was before. It didn't come though. I tried to set something up there. I'm having a crow? Hey crow! What are they called? Old Odin's crows? I've forgotten. Right. He's watching the goings on. I'm always on the lookout for the Queen's old raven that disappeared, the one that flew off. I hope it came to see me. The baby just took off and had some, what are they called? Cubs. Some raven cubs. It would be so good. It's not fleeing the tower, it's just, you know, it's just gone off for jolly. I look around, I check about. My skin's all erupting from my detoxing. I love that about detoxing. You can start bursting out of you. All the toxins. This spider seems to have cleared off. That bigger one that was here the other day. I'm not sure what sort of spider it was. If it was just a house spider, well, it looks quite black. Maybe it's came in. Oh no, there's a spider shell down there. Maybe it's just shed its skin. I watered the plants so it could have a drink. Because spiders do usually like it damp, don't they? Maybe it's crawled in there. Maybe that's what happened. It had to go in when it was damp and get the shell off. But there was a small one, I just noticed, a tiny Where is it? A tiny tiger spider. Oh, there it is, look. It's come back out. Who should we call this one? It is garden spider or house spider, I think. Can you see? It's just down here. I don't know if you can get it in. I can't see myself. Her span is about the size of 50 pence. Her leg span, probably a bit more than that if she opened up fully. That's the one that Mario, my son Mario said, oh, that's only a baby. I don't know if it is only a baby, it's just the wolf spider in his room the other day was pretty big. He squashed it then, which was annoying for me, but he's not really keen on spiders. I knew spiders were coming because you know why? There was a picture on my window the other week. These plants make shadows on my window. And at night, and the pictures change all the time because the plants grow. But there one night there was a spider and it was going like, it was tapping. And the next day, there was a massive wolf spider in my, where was it? In my room. I think it was somewhere in the house that I saw, and it made me jump. I put it under a cupboard. It's true. This is where I have to put wall spiders, where Dolly's lying. I put that blanket under there. There. Because they like to tuck up. So I gave it somewhere to go. You know why? What do wolf spiders do? They eat mice. They chase them and they eat them. I read it in a book. That's what I do. I drink and I know things. What do you drink? Coffee? You don't know anything useful, though. Well, not you. Who painted the octopus? Me. I copied the picture of another picture somebody else is painting. I actually put that picture on Bubblefuck or whatever it's called. What's it called? That printing thing where you can have things printed. Years ago. I don't know why. In case anyone wanted to print it onto a cup, I just felt like putting it up. I know Bubblefuck's weed. It's a strain of weed. It's in this cannabis Satvia book that I bought before. Let's read through this, it'll be fun. I was thinking a while ago, because I had a head injury, a neck injury, and I was on opiate painkillers for a bit. I managed to sort of wangle some out of the doctors, but they just made me rattle like I couldn't, they didn't really help the pain. And I'd just sleep and then rattle for about 3 days afterwards. So I thought, you know what, this isn't really worth the effort. So I looked into getting like med grade marijuana, it's a pain thing. Well, I didn't look that hard into it. And then I went into the shop and thought I'd read up and maybe grow some myself. And I thought, actually, you know, I can't be bothered to do that either. And then I got that other, what did I get? Those sessions of Alexander Technique. And that seemed to be the thing that works. But this was quite a fun book to read. And this is, what's it called? The Essential Guide to the World's Finest Marijuana Strains. There's only 100 in here. Volume 1. But it was quite interesting reading. And Bubblefuck was in here. That just tickled me. Hollow Jack. Applejack. Where's Bubblefuck? Oh, I've pinged all the corners of the ones I wanted to try. What's this one called? Azure Haze. Trust me. There we go. Bubblefuck. Shall we read about Bubblefuck? Just because I like the name of it. For such a massive country, Australia is often horribly ignored by the North American and European sea communities. It's almost as if no one in the Pacific smokes pot. However, this is simply a huge misunderstanding on our part. And Southern Star Seeds are flying the flag for their beautiful sun-soaked country with this fantastic Satvia.
Bubblefuck might sound like the result of a randy night in the tub, but it is, in fact, a result of a bubblegum F3 male and Alaskan Thunderfuck 2 female getting a little hot collar and giving birth to a little star of a baby. Much like the never-aging Kylie Minogue, this plant hails from Victoria and first appeared to the world in 2008. The plant, that is, not the tiny singer. We all know Kylie hasn't been around since time immemorial, though it's not so small as Weenie Bob, her sister. It doesn't grow that tall for Salvia, topping off at just under 6.5 feet, even outdoors. If you prefer your plant shorter, you can trim and tame Bubblefuck to stay more manageable. But where is the fun in that? Where is the fun in trimming a Bubblefuck? That's what I say. Though, it's what? So, it's also an unfussy strain, suiting hydro and sod growths as much as soil ones, and demanding no special feeding requirements, though it might appreciate listening to the locomotion from time to time. For optimum results, however, the breeder recommends growing the plant outdoors in organic medium, where both a synthetic freeze situation and a fantastic natural airflow will see the plant grow to its strongest. After forcing Bubblefuck will take a full 9 weeks to properly mature, but it is often the case with Zapiers, and nothing this good should ever be rushed. You can expect to harvest 200 grams from a single plant, but since the strain is currently only part of a private breeder's collection, you'll need to be lucky enough to get a clone first. Surely flights to Australia can't cost that much. If you do find yourself in the land of ACDC, there's actually a street named after them in Melbourne. Just in case you weren't sure where you were, follow your nose when you smell the woody hash-like smoke, and you might just end up finding some nugs of Bubblefuck. The high is very clear, very happy and incredibly creative, which might go some way to explain the stereotype of Australians as very chilled out and extremely friendly. Just watch out the creativity front, or you might be coming up some crazy Kylie OCD mashups that embarrass the good name of Australia. Southern Starseeds, Australia, Sapphire dominant genetics, bubblegum cross Alaskan Thunderfuck, potency THC 15 to 17%, Riot Seeds NL. It doesn't tell you about the. What's this one? I've also clipped the corner. Caribou. Green Crack. I read that one. Jack Horror, aka Jack Evans. Kia Kush. Kaya, Clogra, Mako Hayes, Maui, I don't know, Maxi Gold. Moby Dick. Where did I get this book? Well, where do you think? Head shop. Quimo was in there. I don't know. It's just fun, isn't it? You never know who you're going to meet. They used to do good socks. They used to sell bamboo socks. Which head shop? Ali Bongos. If I ever go and head in the clouds, the oldest head shop in the sea. Oh yes, of course, we used to go there all the time. We used to come all the way from our town in the country to go there on purpose. All the way from there. Why do I talk like a baby? Queen of Pentacles. You know why? She's a trickster. Came out again yesterday when it pulled for Dolly, didn't it? Queen of Pentacles. That's something else I need to write my daughter's card. No, my granddaughter's card, and I send her that with a pencil sharpener. You can use it to speak to the animals. Dolly was being the mum, remember? Last night. She took me outside. She was being the mum. It came up in the cards because the Empress came up. And the Queen of Pentacles, who's the trickster. She pretended she wanted to go outside. And she took her Dolly, her kitten, like a mum taking a puppy around. That's what dogs do when they carry toys. They're usually pretending it's a baby. And then she dropped it on the watering can.
which was next to the dock leaves, which is what I needed for my next thing, because it's an antihistamine. I read up on it last night. We know it's an antihistamine because it's used for nettle stings and bug stings. So I'm going to make a salve. I'm going to try and make up one for my son who's got bad eczema and see if it helps. We'll use it as the base for one anyway. And I thought afterwards, if it's an antihistamine, you do take it internally, it's going to help, isn't it? And I do eat it anyway. I chop some up, put it in. If I'm making risotto and things like that, soup, a little bit, I just add it in. I mix in different bits. But I hadn't thought of it being an antihistamine. I just know it's a good liver cleanser. I'd read that in another book that I can't find. An old herbalist book that I've read from before. When I first read that, it was a surprise. They used to have dock pudding at Easter. It used to be a traditional thing. Like dock leaves and then stuff it with, like you make haggis. Something like that, with oats and docks. So there. That's another half an hour I've managed to put off cleaning today. Shall I go get my cup of tea? I've not had a coffee today. I'm doing things differently. I'm going to have a cup of tea first. Cry to the angels, they'll come to the God, rescue me tonight. I wanted to play that this morning, but I haven't put it on yet. It's stuck in my head. I got a Malibu hat years ago, like a flat snapback. I used to drink Malibu when I was a kid. Me and Mandy used to drink Malibu. We used to drink everything. It's true. She was a girl. When I first moved to Sheringham from my other school, I got dragged. My desk was in front of hers. I was sat by in front of the teacher, and she was, because that was the empty desk, and she was in the desk behind. And the first thing she did when the teacher had walked up the thing was open a desk and pulled out a pair of black dungarees and said, "Black cord dungarees," and said, "I stole these off the market." She was into World of Warcraft and all that jazz. In fact, this is Mandy on this photo. If I could find it. I had it out here the other day. I don't know where it is. Oh, I want to show it to you. I must have tucked it up. Where is it now? Come here, Mandy. Where have you snuck off to? She's gone and hidden up. Mandy and Greg. No, she doesn't want to be seen. She's hiding away. Definitely hidden up. God's sake, Mandy. No. She'll show herself when she's ready. Or not at all. Cry to the angels, we're gonna rescue me. Here we go. I'm gonna rescue you. Cry to the angels. Warbins of angels. One cup of tea. Just one cup of tea. What have I done this morning? I've just sprinkled herbs around. Grated orange, as you can see, all over the floor. Glass on the floor. Plastic glass. Rosemary. What else did I chuck around? A bit of lavender. I need to go and that I had in. Do the whole. I was thinking that yesterday about the old feasting halls, the old medieval feasting halls or whatever. They just had straw on the floors, didn't they? And chuck all the bones and everything on the floor when they'd finished eating. and then they just sweep it out once a year. Do you know what? It sounds like heaven. They'd have people to do it though. They wouldn't have to do it themselves. .30 minutes. That's the end then. Right. Let me just watch this food, drink my cup of tea, and do one more bit of tidying, and then walk the dog and flea comber. And rinse her over with that bug stuff I've just made yesterday. See if it works as a rinse. I think. I haven't quite decided. Right.